So I quickly wanted to go over some of the frequently asked questions. With customers, you typically don't want to give them too much information. We're just setting the appointments. So you can always say to them, just to preface any of this, you can say something like, my job is really just to set the appointment, but when someone calls back, they'll be able to give you more of the technical details of it, and then continue on. Just something of that nature where you're nice and you give them a little bit of information on it. So let me start though and give you guys information on some of these frequently asked questions. The very first one here: who will pay my who will I pay my electricity to? Okay. So the way that this works in New York and Massachusetts is they will design a solar panel system to fit how much energy they use. So the system that they design, depending on how big their home is, could generate 60% of their electricity. It could generate 95% of their electricity. And whatever amount of electricity that the solar panel provides, they will receive a discounted bill. So what will happen is whatever it provides, let's say it provides 95% of their bill. So they will have a discounted bill for 95% of their electricity. So it's going to have a big discount for 95%. The other 5% comes from their electric company, which will be at their normal rates. And so they're still hooked into the grid, the electric grid, but most of their electricity, depending on their home, will be provided by the solar panels. And whatever the solar panels generates for their electricity, it's going to be at a discounted rate. So short answer is you'll pay your electricity to us for the electricity that it generates, and for anything it doesn't generate, you'll pay to your electric company. And so, just simple answer there. What happens if there's a power outage? Again, they're still hooked into the grid to their electric company. So if they have a power outage, it's going to be the same thing as anybody else who has a power outage. If they ask about generators, that sometimes people will that's if we have a power outage, we'll have a backup generator. Say, I don't have all the details on that, but when we call you back, they'll be able to give you more of the details on the generators, because in some areas we do have them, in some areas we don't have them, but we'll be able to give you some of that information when we come out. Okay, so number 3, what happens if I exceed the power generated? Will I have to pay extra? Again, this is along the same lines. No, you don't have to pay any extra. All you're doing is you're paying for the electricity generated by the solar panels, and anything else you will just pay to your electric company. And we designed the system for your home and for how much energy you use, so we're going to try to get you as close to that 100% as possible. What if I need my roof repaired? Number 4. Will they take them up, put them down again? Will it cost me anything? So, first of all, I'd say, well, you're in good hands with us because we're a roofing company. And what we'll do for you is if you need anything fixed or anything, we will actually take it down for you. We'll do it one time for you. When we take anything down, if you needed a new roof, obviously you're in good hands because we are a roofing company, and we can take care of that for you, or we can do that for you. Obviously, we don't do it for free, but yeah. So if they ask that, if I need roof repairs, well, we'll set it up. If you ever have anything, if you need to get a new roof, we'll take it down for you, and we'll put it back up again for you, so they can do that. And just FYI, I wouldn't say this all the time, but if they have any minor roofing issues on their roof when we're putting up the solar panels, we'll fix those minor issues so that we can put up the solar panels. One other thing on this as well is that when you put solar panels up, that portion of the roof is protected from the elements. So the roof really isn't getting any worse where the solar panels are. So if the solar panels cover a big part of the roof, that part of the roof is actually protected, and so it gives it a lot more life. So the way I'd answer that is, what if I need roof repairs? No problem, we'll take it down for you if you ever need roof repairs. And in fact, we'll fix it. If you have any minor things, we fix it when we go on the roof. And So yeah, so we'll take it down for you in case you don't need to worry about that. What if I sell my house or I plan on moving in a few years? I'd say a couple things. One, statistically, it makes your house more desirable. People close their homes faster and actually for more money. People have solar panels. If somebody sees your home and they see that it has solar panels, those, typically people are more interested in those homes. The value of the home does go up, and it's completely transferable to the next person that comes into the home. I would stop right there. But so I would stop right there. That would be the whole thing. Because on none of this stuff, you don't want to get very deep into the details. You just want to give them enough information. We want the sales rep to be able to go through, the long answers with them. But just so you know, they can, if they really wanted to, they could up the price of their home and factor that into it and buy the solar panels outright. But I really wouldn't get into that. All I'd say is it makes your home more desirable and it's completely transferable to the next person that moves in. And statistically, you'll sell your home faster and for more because you have solar panels on the roof. The last thing, that does the government pay for this? The government, it's sponsored this. Okay, it's sponsored by the government, the program. The government doesn't pay for everything on this, but it is a government-sponsored program. And so they do sponsor a portion of this program, but so a part of it is paid for by the government, correct? And so that's basically what I would say there. The last one, which it appears I don't have on here, is credit. Sometimes people will ask, why do you need to run my credit? Credit is pretty simple. It's partly sponsored by the government and it's partially sponsored by an investor. That's the reason why we're able to do the solar panels at no cost to you, and you save money. We just want to make sure that you pay your electricity bills. When we put on a system on your home that's $30,000 to $50,000 to $60,000, we want to make sure over that time that you're going to pay your electric bills. So that's the only reason why they have this requirement, to make sure that you have good credit, just to make sure that you pay your electric bills. So those are kind of the frequently asked questions. If you have any other questions about that, shoot me an email.